Who wants some good news? We have some good news.
Yeah.
We have another theme, but we're going to share good news with you. First and foremost, though, tan update.
Yeah.
You went away?
I mean, it's faded a little bit. I know. But St. George was toasty. St. George was very toasty.
Did you lay out?
Whew. Mountain biking. We did some lake time. Yep. Yep. I did not get burnt, so I will take that as a win. Got a little.
Well, you have the skin where you don't get burned, don't you? All right.
Hit and miss. But
well, another 2 months we'll be doing snow updates.
Yeah.
Okay. Good news. Come on, Bex. Give us some good news.
Yeah. So rate. We're talking rate.
Right.
We did see a rate adjustment. There's been a lot of talk in the media of feds potentially cutting the rate in September. Mid-September is when they meet. So I think we've already kind of seen the effects. Remember, we've talked about before, the Fed cuts don't directly correlate with mortgage, but they do play a part. And a lot of times, sometimes we see the effects before or we see it after. We don't necessarily see it at the same time. So I think we've seen the effects. Friday, we saw a little bit of a drop. We lost a little ground today, or yesterday, I should say. But conventional rate this morning, true rate, no buy down, is 6.125. So think about that. A year ago, we were pushing 8. We were pushing 8. So we were in the 7s. So that's great. With a buy down, you're in the 5s with at least a point, somewhat buy down, depending on your situation. On the FHA side, we're seeing 5.5 as your starting rate, and then low 5s to maybe even to the 4s, depending on if you're willing to do some type of a buy down or if you've got seller credits to work with.
Good news.
Yeah, so that's great.
So the Fed's going to meet in the middle of the month. I think Bex said this, but we've probably already seen the dip that we're going to see, right?
Yeah. And honestly, the same thing happened last year. If you go back to the Fed meeting in September last year, the same thing happened. Mortgage rates actually went up, even though the Fed's cut in September last year.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind as you're kind of deciding what you're going to do. If you're interested in the market, but you're kind of on the fence, right now it's better to get in and have longer time in the market and get those gains and do it now. It's really tough to time the market otherwise.
Yeah. And of course you can always do a buy down, right? If you get in now, sellers are still offering some concessions.
Yeah.
Once the rate, if we do see it go below 6, true rate.
Yeah. There's going to be a flood. I think
you're going to see the prices go up.
Yeah. There'll be a flood of people coming into the market, which is going to drive prices back up, which then your payment is probably higher than if you took a little bit higher rate and had a lower purchase price.
Because you can control the rate, right? Depending on your setup, you can't control the purchase price once you've bought it.
Yeah.
So that's done deal. So, but the rate you can control.
Yeah. And just think about the competition that you'll have. That's going to give you less negotiating power if more people are in the market.
Because a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines. A lot of people are sitting on the sidelines waiting to sell their house for the rate to drop. Once you do see it go below 6, I think you're just going to see a skyrocket in prices and a lot of people coming out. So
for sure.
Yeah, now's a great time to talk about that. So that's the good news.
Yeah.
We're just going to spend a couple minutes this week, and Bex is going to do most of the talking this week. Next week, I'll do most of the talking. And we're going to talk about the advantages of using an agent, real estate agent, and then next week, a loan officer.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead.
I think that's a great tie-in with exactly what we've talked about with interest rates as they adjust, how it affects pricing and your negotiating. That is one of the top reasons to work with a real estate agent. I've worked with several borrowers who have chosen for one reason or another not to have an agent. And I'll tell you, every single time it is a much more stressful process. And you have to think about all of the things that you don't even know that your agent does behind the scenes for you. They do a lot. It's a full-time job. So you not having an agent with a full-time job, you're now adding that pressure and that stress and all of the unknown stuff that you don't even know that they do behind the scenes to your plate. It's a lot to take on. So, even if you've purchased before, market has changed. The way that you negotiate, loan programs that are available, the rates obviously change consistently. Communication has changed, the way that they communicate and what you're allowed to communicate and the guidelines and regulations around all of that stuff. Your agent is going to be the one that's going to help you with that kind of thing. And then, of course, the negotiating.
Yeah, that's,
right?
I think, a big thing right now,
Huge.
negotiations. Yeah.
Huge. If you don't have an agent trying to can negotiate for yourself, there's a lot more emotion behind it versus having an agent do it on your behalf. They can take the emotion out of it and look at the facts and present the facts in a way that is going to resonate with the other side to get you the best deal possible.
Yeah, and the facts do show if you do use an agent, you're going to get a better deal as a buyer. You're going to get more money as a seller. I mean, that's just facts. And I've done videos about that. Yeah. One thing I do want to clear up, though, if somebody doesn't want to use an agent, right? Let's say they can call you directly, right?
Yes.
So that's a myth that a lot of people think, oh, I can't get a loan without an agent. That's not true.
Yeah.
You're going to be better off getting an agent, but they can call you directly.
Yeah. The biggest thing with that is on the lending side, we look at purchase contracts, right? There's certain things on the purchase contract that are required for the loan side, but we're not experts at filling out the purchase contract. So we can help you as far as it relates to the lending side. But other than that, it's the legal contract that you're filling out with another party that has their own interests involved as well. So having that agent to help you with that and help navigate that is huge. The other thing that a lot of people I think don't think about is the access and the speed. A lot of times agents, you're in it every day, all day. You're going to know if a property comes available or a property is coming available a lot faster than just the layman who is working another job and living their life. So I think that's a huge advantage. Getting the information ahead gives you a little bit of an edge and able to be a little bit more competitive. And they also protect you from all of the pitfalls, right? We kind of hit on that. Inspection red flags, maybe things you don't even think about that are a big deal. Your agent is going to help educate you on that and talk you through strategies, options, recommendations, those kinds of things. Deadlines, negotiating the deadlines, why those are important, what they mean, and what your rights are, what your options are with deadlines. That's a big thing.
How to not breach contract.
Yeah.
I think one thing too is, as agents, and even we're going to talk about it with loan officers next week, but it's like there's a lot of people out there that want to do it themselves, which is fine. You can do it yourself, but you usually have to go out and buy the tools. You have to, get some experience somehow, and usually you make a mistake. Well, that's the same thing with real estate agents. We go out and buy tools that, just as Bex mentioned, make us more proficient. We pay for that, and we also practice on them. We have classes every week, and so we become experts. Right? You can do it yourself. You could get taken advantage of, maybe not, but having an expert on your, on your side is very helpful.
It's a big purchase, and there are a lot of emotions that go into it. So why add that extra to your plate?
Right.
And then I would say too, on the buyer side, really, it doesn't cost you out of pocket in most cases. In most cases, it can be negotiated into the deal. So really, it's not costing you anything. It's actually probably, like Cliff said earlier, it's probably saving you money to have an agent on your side. And back to Cliff's point of working with a lender, we can also help. Obviously, I work with Cliff on his purchases. If you come to me and you don't have an agent, I can help connect you with an agent in your area. Cliff he goes all over the place.
Connect me with Cliff.
Yep, he goes all over the place.
That's a new t-shirt.
So that's something else too. You can start with the lender. Let's get you pre-approved, and then we can hand you over to Cliff ready to go, and he can hit the ground running for you.
Okay, thanks, Bex. So next week, we will talk about why it's important to use a loan officer.
There you go.
So hopefully we'll have more good news.
Yeah.
Maybe. So.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, everybody. We'll see everybody next week.
See ya.
See you. Bye.